The basis of a healthy weight should come from consuming the right amount and kinds of food, or to simply put it, the right balance of food. So start your meal right today by investing more on real carbohydrates, high biological proteins and healthy fats. The magic bullet of protein. When you have just trained so intensely, especially after resting for a while, then you are more prone to get sore muscles a day after your training. Muscle soreness can be very burdensome, as you experience pain in every move you make. With that, you should know all the reasons behind sore muscles and what you can do to prevent them. Well, the basis of this is the consumption of proteins. The essence of protein to muscles. Proteins are essential to help tissues repair themselves and supply a leaner body structure. There are so many uses of proteins you may never know. In fact, they can also be used as energy when the carbohydrate sources are empty. Aside from that, they strengthen your immune system and give you skin that is smooth in texture. It has anti-aging benefits, enhances memory and so much more. This is why proteins are pretty valuable and should be saved for their functions instead of using them as energy. The right kind of proteins. Choosing the right kind of protein is essential to give you the advantage of having a lean body mass without the risk of sore muscles. The advice below is from an expert trainer, Taoist master Tommy Kirchhoff. He studied the popular martial arts Sheng Long Fu and is the grandmaster of Victor Sheng Long Fu. He is a versatile fitness expert and is credited for contributing effective advice to fitness enthusiasts. Not all have known this fact: proteins are made to function equally as compared to carbohydrates and fats. So people are so wrong when they just invest in eating chicken alone. All proteins are a definite cure for intense training, and they should be eaten in the most absorbable form. This is because muscles need an immediate source of protein to supply their needs, especially during a heavy workout. With that, you need to opt for protein powders, as they give the quickest and most absorbable type of proteins to work and repair your body tissues. In order to find out which powdered proteins are best for you, just visit your personal trainer or sports nutritionist. You can also visit a sports house in your area or GNC stores. Now, if you don't just have the right budget to buy these powdered proteins, which can be expensive by the way, you can opt for egg whites. The only thing that you should remember is this: you have to eat them raw and fresh. Yes, you can get the most amino acids in raw fresh eggs as compared to cooking them. The reason for this is because as soon as you cook the egg, the structure of its proteins changes significantly, making it less absorbable. So manipulating an egg white, even if you shake, blend or stir them, has effects that you may never know. In fact, your body may not even use the proteins completely. Therefore, whenever you need the best proteins next to the powdered ones, get fresh eggs, separate the yolks, since they contain too much fat and cholesterol, and swallow them up. Meal timing. Meal timing is an essential part of a balanced diet. When we want to be on the top of our shapely figure, the right kind, amount and timing is important to balance your calories throughout the day. With that, there is no need to restrict yourself from eating lesser foods or depriving your body with the needed ingredients it should use for a day's work. Our metabolism is different, like our identity. Every individual has a different health and lifestyle profile, which explains why it is hard to follow a single diet program. A diet plan may be effective for you, but not for your friend. Even the intensity and duration of exercise may not be suitable for your friend as compared to yours. So to better understand what is actually happening inside your body, here is a basic explanation. Breakfast time. The body has fasted from sleep, so there is no food intake for 8 to 12 hours. With this occurrence, the energy reserves, in the form of glycogen, are definitely low. This is where our muscles are in a state called mild catabolic, since the energy reserves are used for energy while there is no food intake for 8 to 12 hours. The fat stores are being used up as energy. Thus, it is being burned and mobilized. Your metabolic goal at this time is to replenish the glycogen stores that were used from the fasting hours. You also need to stop your muscles from catabolism so that you will not acquire a state of muscle wasting. Along with that, you also need to support the continuous metabolism of fat. To do that, you need to have a combination of high-quality proteins that are absorbable enough to quickly replenish your muscles from fasting, like eggs and lean meats. You can also mix simple with complex carbohydrates to quickly replenish energy and at the same time, gradually release some of it as you go along your daily routine. Fat is also important, so make sure to consume essential fatty acids. With that, you can eat walnuts, seeds and avocados. You can also make use of little amount of oil like canola oil or flax seed oil. AM snack. The level of your glucose is already gradually balancing out the feeling of hunger is increased your metabolic goal. Give your muscles the strength they need by consuming proteins and enough carbohydrates. It is good to further balance out your glucose level and at the same time, replenish protein stores. To do that, you need to mix proteins and carbohydrates just enough to attain your metabolic goal. Consider foods with low glycemic index, and you can drink protein shakes, whey proteins from milk and fresh egg whites. Lunchtime. The morning snack that you have eaten is burned as energy and you may need more for a full day's work. Your metabolic goal is to provide your muscles with sufficient calories with carbohydrates and proteins. Lunch can be your largest meal as compared to breakfast and dinner, since you will work more after. To do this, simply mix high-protein meat products like beef or chicken, then opt for high-fiber and low-glycemic carbohydrates. It is also good to invest in essential fatty acids. PM snack. The levels of the glucose in your body are now deteriorating. With a few hours of mild fasting, your muscle is in a metabolic state again. At this time, your metabolic goal is to gradually level your glucose up and stop the muscles from being catabolized. To do this, simply choose a snack that is enough to keep you replenished until dinner. Eat proteins that are slowly absorbed like cooked eggs. As for the carbohydrates, choose the ones that are low in sugar but are dense in calories. Dinner time. Your muscles are anabolic as they prepare for another 8 to 12 hours of fasting during a sleep. This is up until about 12 in the morning. Your metabolic goals should support your muscles while they are in an anabolic stage, so the catabolic state will not impose any health problems in the long run. With that, you need to eat types of foods that are low in calories but rich in protein. Choose proteins that are slowly absorbed like beef, pork and chicken. Invest in high-fiber carbohydrates and essential fatty acids.